Hi, my friends. Just a quick update. Okay, so here's where we're at. I went and got two brand new tires from Big O. I'm not advertising for Big O. I'm just telling you they're the only ones that were open on a Memorial Day. Okay, and when I was talking to one of the guys at the Big O, he was telling me he was a veteran. He said, "You know what disappoints me? He's a younger veteran, by the way. He's probably only, I'd say he's about, I'd say about probably 52 years of age." He goes, "You know what disappoints me?" He goes, "There's a memorial right down here, just down the road from you here in Phoenix." And he said the thing is just destroyed. He says it's got weeds. It looks like disgusting filth. It's been run over. Just looks like trash. And he says they really care about the veterans, right? But boy, they can sure spend money on giving these their local politicians more financial boosts. They can have all these programs, but you can't even honor the veterans that died for your country. Are you kidding me? And it's not only the ones that are dead; it's also the only ones living, because the living ones look at those memorials and say, they're proud of what of their fellow comrades did for us, right? So I told him, I said I'd look into it. I didn't have time, so I drove on by. So, that's what makes me disgusted, because also I was trying to remember the town I was in. I think it was in, I can't think it was Tennessee. I can't remember. I wish I should have wrote it down, but there was a place that they called it it was a Christian, garden in honor of Christianity and the Lord, right? And I went into this place, and because it had all these reviews, said you got to go look in it. I think it was no, it was Oklahoma. I think it was Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm gonna have to look it up, because then you get the places right. But anyway, I think it's Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, anyway, so I go there, and the place is run down. It had weeds. It had, it had like the apostles sitting at this table. They were supposed to be like in this white concrete. The fingers were broken off on half of them. I mean, the Lord, his fingers are busted off, and half his head was missing. And then they also had this birth of Mary and the Lord in this little like window you could look into, that was supposed to be like a epoxy glass that had you look into this thing, and it was broken, and it was such a disgrace. But have all these churches around there, mega churches, $1 million churches, and they let this public free park that you walk around, it just was just destroyed. Yeah, that's real honor of your Lord. Okay, why all your money going to a church? And they all knew this place, because when I was in there was a lady who was a Christian. She goes, "This place just makes me sad coming here more." She said it used to have beautiful flowers, and now it has weeds. She said that they used to keep it maintained, and they had good lighting, and they even had some, I think they had some water fountains that weren't even running anymore. And she said it used to be a place. She goes, "Now look at this place." And I said, "How long has it been this way?" She goes, "Oh, at least I think 12 years, 10 or 12 years, if not longer." And I said, "Wow, really? That is just so," I said, "that is so sad." I said, "What would you think if your Lord saw this, or even your God, the Father of the Lord?" And she'd say, "Probably be a disgrace." And she says, "It probably just hurts her heart." So, and this isn't about Christianity. This is about honoring people who've done things for this world. You know what I mean? You got a broken down memorial of the Lord under Christianity, that all these churches, and there's a lot of money. And so, I wanted to fix the place up myself, but I don't have the funds, and I was traveling through. I can't even believe the locals aren't throwing a fit about it. And then you got here in Phoenix, you got a memorial of our soldiers who fought for freedom and all these things, that the dang memorial is destroyed. And then, what was another? There was I actually have a YouTube video on my other channel about this. See if I can pull it. I can't remember where this was. I think this was, God, where is another state capital? And I can't remember. Darn it, I can't remember, because I traveled so many places. It wasn't Nashville. Well, anyway, I'm going to pull it up, because you'd be surprised, because there was this huge United States flag just shredded and ripped and looked like crap, and, half tethered right on their Capitol building. And it was just, only half the flag was still there. And I talked to local that night when I actually did this YouTube video, and I was actually talking, I said, "How long has that flag been that way?" And they said, "Oh, at least 6 months." And this is even before the COVID virus and all this stuff. There is no excuse. I'm like, you don't even honor the United States flag by letting it half torn and ripped apart and shredded and look like crap. I mean, and how many of them walk into that Capitol building every day making their $100,000 or more, all their outside deals, all those, local, congressmen from this state. And I need to pull it up because you need to know this one. And I was just about to puke. I said, how much do they really care about their country? And I think even their state flag was even half ripped up. I think if I remember that too, even their state flag was torn, looked like crap, and they didn't care about their state. And they walk, because if I would have been a congressman, or even if there's a congress lady out there, I know you would have said, hey man, what is wrong with this flag? Come on, show respect. People died for this flag, and also for the state rights. Are you kidding me? So I actually called, I think, somebody the next day, and I showed some people actually in some local Walmarts, and they said they were calling themselves. They said, oh my God, they said they didn't know that Capitol, the flag looked like that. There's some locals there. They said, oh, you're kidding me. Because I was showing people, I said, this is respect for your state and your flag, also the United States flag. And they said, you got to be kidding me. They said, that's the most disrespectful thing they ever seen. They said, well, we haven't driven by the Capitol in a long time. They said, I'm calling the Capitol tomorrow. So I actually called, I think got a general maintenance number there. And I said, you need to replace that flag immediately. Tell everyone who's congressmen to take it out of their damn salaries to fix that flag. People died for them rights to come in there and talk about their damn laws and their bills and all that bullshit. And they just can't even respect the flag. And not only the United States flag, their own state flag. Are you kidding me? That's the filth you got in this country. Are you kidding me? That's a sign right there, a visual that spoke louder than any damn words. It's by the actions. Their actions is right there. It speaks louder. So I'm going to need to pull that up. I'll try to get that later. Sorry to go on about it. This makes me filthy. You can look across this country. And that's why, there's disrespect for the American flag, there's disrespect for memorials, disrespect for great things that people done. I mean, God, they're even taking down now Dr. Seuss, saying that that's wrong. And I heard that they've, some of the memorials, that they've actually been taking memorials down. That we don't have much history. Whether it's right or wrong, you don't tear down our history. They said that the South, a lot of the stuff that was there was disrespectful. You don't tear down memorials. It's disrespectful. It gives you got to understand our history. So you're just trying to distort history so we have nothing left other than what you want history to be, is what it is. So they're going to rewrite history, and so that's what they've done for thousands of damn years, just with more damn lies and wrong fake heroes and this crap and that. We need to know the truth. We need to know, you need people to be aware of how many brothers and sisters died in the South. That's how you prevent things happening in the future. Don't hide that stuff. I mean, yes, it's hard to swallow, but what if we hid World War II from these people? Which they would do in 2 seconds if they could. Oh, let's just forget about it. Heck, they probably don't even teach it in school anymore. So that way we can repeat the hate and it was even racist then, and the cultural disgust that happened in World War II. Don't rewind and remove the history. I know it hurts, but you got to understand it so you can move forward and never repeat it, because people forget within 10 seconds. So anyway, I'm sorry to go on about it. God bless y'all. Oh, here's my status. So, I'm sorry. So I'm actually next to a highway. I'm going to camp down here for the night. It's hot still though, but I'm going to take off tomorrow, start heading back north, and get to cooler weather and maybe get closer to Colorado, like some of the commenters have recommended, okay? And what's really interesting, I was down here, there's a JD and some other individuals that are, they basically live in here. They're kind of homeless, but they have a little camper they stay with. I'm not judging. They and a lot of their stuff is questionable, you know what I mean? The way they're living, and they're living, he said they had to beg for $7 in gas to stay alive over here. And they're just down the road from me. But anyway, here's what I was getting at. God, I thought they were fighting or something, because I said I'm going to park about 50 yards from me down the road, because you can't see it at night. They're just right down there a little ways. And so I'm going to park down the road from me a little bit, and I'm going to get some rest and sleep down there. So if you guys need anything, come knock on me or anything like that. Well, anyway, I heard all this F you and screaming and cuss words and out of their minds. And I thought, oh, geez, here we go. Now I got to break up a fight, because I'm so used to this. I'm like, oh, what's happened? Some demons came in, or some kind of war happening. I said, how much this? So one of them comes running with his flashlight, because there's two gentlemen. I can't remember the guy's name. Is JD, and I can't remember his name. Craig, or I can't remember his name. And then there's a lady, I can't remember her name either. But anyway, he comes running down with his flashlight. He said, I just wanted to tell you, because I'm like, oh God, he's running down to because he's trying to help me come over there and stop a fight. And he goes, no, he goes, I'm coming to tell you, bud. He goes, there's a damn rattlesnake that we just killed. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it's a damn rattlesnake. And I'm like, oh, you're shitting me. Because number one, it shouldn't be screwing around this late at night. It's already dark. They usually find the home before that. Number two, that they have been staying here for months. I mean, like 2 months. I've noticed, I've been driving by here, and sometimes I occasionally stop in and I'll stay here a night or two and I disappear. And I just talk to them. They've been here for 2 months, have never seen a rattlesnake. And sure enough, I pull in here the night of, and there's a damn rattlesnake. Are you kidding me? And this is a baby one too. So he's only about 2 months old. And if they bite you, oh, they're not smart enough to let go. They'll put all their venom in you, and you are in a nightmare, because they are worse than the adults. As you know, rattlesnake adults, sometimes they'll bite you, not even put any venom in. The adults will, because they don't want to waste it on because they're ready for prey. So anyway, so now I'm really damn nervous here, because now I got to watch, because I just got done unloading my vehicle, was not paying attention to rattlesnakes. I was just looking for rodents, because they have a lot of rodents here. I was wondering if there's any running around, and I was wondering why I didn't see any rodents. They've probably been eating some of the rodents. But anyway, so now I got to be really careful, you know, stepping in and out of the vehicle. And also, like even they said, if there's one, there's more than one, especially babies, they can be 50 to 100. You know, because they're young. But I don't know where they're getting the water supply, because you got to realize rattlesnakes still have to have a water supply within a certain distance, and there's no water that I'm aware of around here. So another thing that I want to tell you about this is that if you're in rattlesnake country, even though one of them said now I don't want to be graphic about this, he said he took a rock and slammed it on its head, and he heard it even pop its head. And I said, that does not matter. I said, you got to leave it there for 2 hours at least to make sure it's dead, or throw it way away from you. It's because, and they said, are you sure? I said, yes, because I said, people have cut their damn heads off, and people have been bitten by the dead head. Yeah, the head's been disconnected from the body, and it'll still bite you. And sure enough, we were standing there about 5 minutes later, it moved its damn head, even though the head had been still smashed. So JD is the guy, he goes, I need to shelve our pipe. So he goes over there, and he takes a big long pipe, and I guess basically mutilates it. But I walked away at that point, because I don't even though it's rattlesnakes, I don't particularly want to watch that kind of crap. And, you know, because I'm sensitive about that stuff. Sorry, folks, I just am. I don't like mutilation, even rattlesnakes. And remember, there's a previous video I helped save a rattlesnake. I kicked him off the damn highway. I'm just not into killing things. Even if they're vicious, and especially mutilation. I mean, he had to do what he had to do, because this thing was close and was going to... Oh, that's how I heard it. That's what I was going to tell you, too. I said, how did you... Because one of them was sleeping in a tent outside this camper. And he goes, why? Usually I sit in this chair all the time. He goes, I heard this hiss. See, that's what I was going to tell you, a warning. That whole thing about snakes will rattle before they strike, that is so untrue. I have yet to hear one rattlesnake rattle. I have not heard one yet. And I have sat 2 feet next to him, sat down next to one, and he just looked at me, and I said, oh my God, and he started turning his head, and I jumped up really quick. And I have a video of also one by a river where I walked near it, doesn't rattle. They do not rattle, folks. So he said he heard it hiss. I've never even heard him hiss. So he must have really pissed off this little one. It hisses before it rattles. That's weird. He said he thought a tire had gone flat or something. So anyway, that's something else. So remember that. Just always constantly look with your eyes, because they said you shouldn't even wear headsets. Headsets ain't even good enough, because they will not even make a noise. Sometimes they bite first. Some people said you could smell them. My dad used to be able to smell them. They smell like cucumbers. It's getting long, so I'm sorry about this, but they smell like cucumbers, kind of like a cucumber smell. But I can't smell them, especially after just gotten over this flu. I can't smell anything. Anything I smell smells like crap. So anyway, I got my 2 tires fixed. The B system attacked me again. They shut down the credit card. I don't know if some other it's comical now. I'm standing, the guy says, hey, credit card's been rejected. I'm like, oh yes, this is the B system. Yes, I get it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 because he knows that I don't have any cash. So, you know, it's the whole B system, the satanic evil system. So guess what? You always have to have a backup plan, the B system. Have a backup plan, and we got it taken care of through a different credit card. Luckily, it ran through, and it's so comical. I didn't want to go on the joke about this. I heard We heard everything, every excuse from this lady about what are you doing in Arizona, how long you're going to be there, where you're heading next, you're going to be in Texas. I mean, just going on. She must have been controlled by Satan herself. I mean, she was an NPC like you've never seen, because she's like, well, where are you going to be? Or where are you going to be? It's like, what the hell does it matter to you? Traveling to damnation. Are you shitting me? You don't freeze a card just because, yeah, I mean, are you shitting me? Excuse my language, shouldn't cuss. Hopefully that doesn't get bleeped out. But anyway, I hope it gets bleeped out and YouTube doesn't make us think about it. But anyway, so guess what? The beast system will try to shut you down every damn direction. It's getting ridiculous. That's why I keep repeating, your God and your Lord, I don't care what religion we're under now. Hell, Kermit the Frog, I need his help. Like I said, pray for Kermit the Frog, because we are getting destroyed and we're seeing zero resistance, zero help, and it's not funny. This is beyond being funny. I mean, I have just gotten beat up. I can't even see. And this is beyond, like I said, if my father treated me like this, and I don't want to hear about the excuses, the boogeyman being Satan, this crap and that. I need your Father, I need your Lord. If this is the script we're under right now is what we are, they better step it up, because I think they're doing a poor job. And I'm not kidding you, because there's not just me, there's tons of us getting destroyed. If you really care, then you need to pick it up and tell us, prove that some of the scripture is true about some of the prophets being protected in the back, or people believing in God, and people that stood in front of stood for the Lord. I want to see it in action, because I'm so tired of hearing the damn words, and I want to hear it in action, because I've busted my butt for the Lord and your Father in heaven, and so have many of you, right? And I get the whole game about a reality and this crap and quantum consciousness, about all this other crap, and that this is the script we're under. I've lived by that script, and I've died by that script, and I'm tired of getting my butt kicked, all right? And I don't mean to keep going on about this. I mean, I'm serious. Now I got to worry about rattlesnakes tonight on top of this crap, you know what I mean? So yes, I have some free will to make some choices, but you understand your free will is limited. I'm going to repeat this again. Your free will is limited, because you're still under this beast system. You can't hide in a rock or move around, and you're still going to be faced with this whole thing. And you think rapture is real? It's a damn lie. I'm going to repeat, rapture is a damn lie, folks. I'm so tired of hearing it. Rapture is a lie. It was invented by a little girl in the Irish. It was an Irish little girl in Ireland, I believe. And then all of a sudden the Catholic Church picked it up and said, oh, that's a great story. Yes, it's all a lie. Look up the history of the rapture. And I am so tired of hearing about rapture. There is no free ride out here. And don't tell me about you saw this vision or heard somebody have that vision. I don't want to hear it. If that's what you want to believe, that's what you can believe. But it is not true. Okay, now the Lord, and I have spoken to the Lord, remember, 4 times in my life. He said the rapture is a lie, Kirk. So it ain't true. Now, whether he's telling the truth or not, I don't know. But that, and assuming I talk to the Lord, I try to validate it. But even if you take the Lord out of that picture and you study the history of it, rapture is a lie. 99% of what you know is a lie. The truth is always somewhere between the 100% truth and 100% the lie. It's going to be right middle of the road, okay? All right. God bless y'all and love you all. Take care.